I'm telling you.
Really gay! 360 alley. Ooh.
They don't wanna see my team get up there and win it. Try to keep me still. Look where I'm at now.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
No way. No way. Oh.
Yo, what is up, you guys? This is ThatKneeGah, and I'm here with a special topic today. Something I usually don't do, but I want to do it because I do love the NBA and I do post 2K. So why not talk about this? And plus, this season is about to end, so why not talk about this? This is a perfect time right before the playoffs, and that is MVP talk. Now, before I talk about this, man, I know I'm already prepared for people to just go ham in the comments below and just like voice their opinion and say like, oh, you're wrong or you're right or all that stuff. Guys, before I get this started, man, I know this topic is very like strong opinion based, and it's a topic that there's no fact to it yet because we're trying to make a prediction, so we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know who's going to win the MVP, but it's all about opinions and thoughts and bias. I mean, Warriors fans might be biased to Stephen Curry, Houston fans might be biased to James Harden, etc., etc. I'm not saying anyone's going to be wrong. I'm saying this is my opinion and this is how I feel. So no hard feelings, man. Whatever I say, don't get offended. Let's just have a nice discussion in the comments below. Let's do it. So let's talk about this MVP race. I mean, this is one of the most exciting years for the NBA, man. I mean, the NBA is back to being live, and I know the East is just an embarrassment. I'm not even paying attention to the East. I know the East sucks. I'm worried. I'm focused on the West, man, because first of all, my team is the Spurs. Yeah, you can hate all you want, but that is my team. But nah, for real, man, it's the Spurs, and you know, we won so many games. We won like 7 consecutive games in a row, which is pretty impressive. So you know, I love the Spurs, man. I just love the West in general because the West has so many teams fighting for the 8th spot and also just fighting, you know, just like for a higher seed, and it's gonna be crazy. Every game is gonna be crazy in the West. But let's talk about the MVP race. So to be honest, I have 4 people that actually 3, but the 4th person has a slight chance, but he won't get it just because he won't get it, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you who that person is. Not in order, but here's my MVP race people so far. First, James Harden, of course. Second, Stephen Curry, of course. And third, definitely Russell Westbrook. And also fourth, I don't believe he's going to win it. I don't believe he deserves to be in the discussion, but I'm not going to talk about him that much just because, you know, we know he's a beast, but he just hasn't been playing. I mean, it's LeBron James. That's the 4th person. And LeBron has been playing really well on the low. People are not focusing on LeBron because Stephen Curry is popping off, and James Harden and Russell. So LeBron's kind of quiet, but if you look at his stats this season, he's playing really well. But LeBron, he deserves to be talked about, but not that much, just because what Stephen Curry and James Harden and Russell have done for the team. More James Harden and Stephen Curry, because if you take away James Harden and Stephen Curry, I mean, Rockets are just so irrelevant, it's not even funny. And taking away Stephen Curry, it can hurt. I mean, I feel like the Warriors will still be pretty decent, pretty good, but taking away Stephen Curry really hurts the team a lot, like drastically. So same thing with LeBron, same thing with Russell. I mean, everyone. So but I believe Russell, Harden, and Stephen Curry deserve to be talked about the most. So let's get this started, man. Alright. Who do I believe is gonna win the MVP? It's more about who do I it's about who do I believe or who should get MVP. And I'ma say it, man. Don't hate me. Don't hate me. But I'ma say Stephen Curry. Steph Curry. Or should I say Chef Curry? Yes, sir. The reason why I'm picking Stephen Curry is because best record in the league. I mean, credit to Steve Kerr too. Steve Kerr, I'm about to say Steve Curry. Steve Kerr has coached this team. He has done an amazing job. Really, he has. So he's done a nice job. But Stephen Curry, man, I mean, this man is just breaking records, and he's just playing so well. He's playing so well. He's passing the ball. He's shooting threes like there's no tomorrow. This man's a beast. This man got crazy handles. Definitely one of his best seasons in his career. I mean, he's just playing amazing, yo. And his team, he just makes other people better. Really, he does. So I mean, it's close because James Harden. I will say I'm not a big fan of James Harden. I think he does stuff that's kind of cheesy. You could say that, but I'll talk about that later. But I kind of don't like James Harden, but at the same time, I know James Harden is good. He's really good. He's a really good player. He knows how to play. He makes his teammates better too, cause he can pass it too, but not as much as Stephen Curry. But Stephen Curry is he's a monster, man. He's a monster. I'm not saying that because of what ESPN says or whatever. I'm actually watching the games, and it's just crazy how he makes everyone better. He makes everyone contribute in a great way. So I think Stephen Curry, just what he's doing right now, I think he has the slight edge over James Harden. But James Harden is close too. Now, the reason why I'm not picking James Harden is because I know he draws a lot of fouls. Okay, sometimes it's a lot of fouls. I mean, sometimes it's actually a foul, and sometimes it's not. If you look back, you see how, I mean, he averages about 15 free throws per game. Don't quote me. That's just like, I know it's around there. He averages a lot of free throws per game, and you know, like I said before, he draws his fouls, but some fouls is not fouls. It's really not. And to be honest, it's just that he knows how to bob his head. If you notice it, when he draws his fouls, quote unquote, you see the quotations. I'm using my fingers as quotations, quote unquote. When he draws his fouls, he moves his head, he flinches his head up and down, so it looks like he's getting hit. But you know, sometimes he's not getting hit. I'm not saying that he's always flopping or he's always, you know, just not drawing fouls. I know people are fouling him, of course, but some of the times, man, it's just he does it on the occasion and he just gets away with it. So I mean, to be honest, guys, like, it's not that impressive. It's impressive drawing fouls, but you flinching your head and bobbing it up and down, it's just, I don't see that. Like, it's not hard to make free throws, man. It's not hard at all. And I think he plays for fouls. I think he does. He's a great player. He can shoot. His defense, he has no defense, but Stephen Curry has no defense, so there's no argument there. But he can pass it pretty well, not as well as Stephen Curry, but he can pass it pretty well, and he can shoot pretty well, not as well as Stephen Curry, but hey, he can still shoot. So James Harden is up there, but I just see Stephen Curry doing a lot more, and he helps his teammates. He's more skillful. Stephen Curry's more skillful. He does stuff where you're like, what the heck? Like, dang, this man's a magician. So I mean, Stephen Curry, he just makes other people better, and it's crazy because it's the fact that he doesn't have to draw that many fouls to score his points. You know what I mean? Like last night, he got 45 points against Portland, shooting threes, driving it. Plus, he had 9 assists at the same time. I mean, this man does it all. So, I think Stephen Curry should win the MVP. James Harden has, he has had a great season. Trust me. I'm not one of those people that I hate someone and I don't give him credit. I give James Harden credit, man. I like his game. I just don't like how he just he plays for fouls. That's how I see it. And I know you Houston fans are going to bash me. Hey, it's all good though. It's all good. It's all opinion, man. It's all opinion. So I believe Stephen Curry will win the MVP. Now LeBron, he's just not doing what Stephen Curry and James Harden is doing. He's not doing enough. And plus, it's the fact that LeBron has won some MVPs. So it's just like people know, like LeBron been doing it every year, just like beasting. So it's not anything new. But when you see Stephen Curry and James Harden just beasting, like even more, it's more impressive. People like it more. So he's gonna win that fan vote. And but LeBron on the low has had a great season. Also Russell Westbrook, I can't forget about him. Russell Westbrook, he could kind of sneak in, man. He won't. I don't believe he's gonna win it, but he made it tougher because this man has what, 12 triple doubles this season. I mean, that's ridiculous. The reason why Russell won't win it is because his team is not winning enough. He's fighting for the 8th spot, and they might not make it. And to be honest, I don't even want to see Thunder in the playoffs, because if they play the Warriors, it's over. It is over. They're not going to have a chance. They might get swept. They might get swept. They might win one game at home, but they might get swept. So I just wouldn't want to see Thunder in the playoffs. Just wait until next year when everyone gets healthier and just move on. But Russell has been playing like an animal, man. He is I love his game. I love it because I would put, to be honest, now I don't know. I wouldn't put him over James Harden, because James Harden, he has, without Dwight Howard, he has been stepping it up. I will say that he has. But that's the only reason why I wouldn't put Russell Westbrook over James Harden. But besides that, I think Russell has, he's more athletic. He's more skillful. It's a close call. It really is. You can go either way, but I just like Russell's game over James Harden's game more. So it's a tough call, but I do put James Harden over Russell just because of his team's record, just because he's been carrying his team pretty much the whole season. So that's very impressive by James Harden. But guys, my list goes: number 1, Stephen Curry; number 2, James Harden; number 3, Russell Westbrook; and number 4, LeBron James. But I will say Stephen Curry will win the MVP, because it's all about when they look at MVP, they look at team record and how well they did that season. So I think Stephen Curry had a better season than James Harden overall. But it's all about opinion, guys. We're going to find out soon, later down the road. So voice your opinion down below. I'm not scared to have a conversation, discussion, argument, whatever you want to do. We could talk about this, man, because this is a fun topic to talk about. It's very interesting. It's very close. So but thank you guys for watching. I appreciate your love and all the love and support you guys give me. And make sure you voice your opinion down below. Don't be scared. Just say what you want to say, as long as you have a nice, a well-spoken argument, a reasonable argument. So thank you guys for watching, and I'm out. Peace.